Good afternoon, everyone. All right, what I've got here today is a whole bunch of these small hunter knife sheaths here that I'm going to show how I sew on my machine here. Now, I've already done the back, the belt loop there. No big deal there. And as you can see, I backstitch on both sides at the end of the thread run. And I'm going to do the same thing on this one too. See, I use a stitching chisel to mark these right here. This is where I backstitch right from the beginning here on the thread or on the stitch line. That's where I mark to put in the saddle maker's rivets. And all my knife sheaths are double stitched. As you can see, I carve in a stitch line right from the beginning. So what I'm using here is a Tippman Boss leather hand stitching machine. Now this is known for being a big headache to a lot of people. I've had this for, I don't know, about 4 years now, and I have sewn literally hundreds of knife sheaths on it. And I've had my share of, little issues here and there, but I've been able to figure out what the issues are, and I will have a follow-up video here at some point as to just which problems arise the most and how to fix them. But in the meantime, I'm just going to show how I sew this one in particular right now. So, all right, here we go. Give me a minute and I'll get everything ready. Now, you got to have the, usually give this a couple twists at the end there, these two pieces. Now, that's to hold on to when you do the first couple stitches. It keeps everything, the tension right. Okay, so there's the first hole right there. Hang on to that one. And there we go. All right, now we're going to turn the whole thing around here. And if I don't hit the camera, as you can see, there's the four stitches. Now we're going to go back and stitch over those. And that locks it in place, locks the stitch in place so it doesn't come unravel. Now I'm still hanging on to this, but it's really not critical at this point here. 1, 2, 3. Now we'll keep those out of the way. All right, that stitch now is locked, so we're just going to keep on going here on that stitch line. Goes pretty good. Now, this machine does not adjust for thickness. Okay, these are about 7/16 of an inch thick, these sheaths with the welt. And I don't move the machine at all as far as changing the settings, because this is what I do. This is all I use use this machine for, is leather knife sheaths. But and it's 277 thread I use as well. It's a heavy duty thread. Everything is super strong. You just follow that line down there. Anyway, what happens sometimes is when you change thicknesses, the stitch length shortens. So you have to be careful about that with this particular machine. But if you just sew these type of things, then you're all set. Everything should stay in adjustment just the way it is, and you get the a little over 1/8 of an inch maybe stitch length. So here we go. Now you get around to the curves, you got to be a little careful as you're going there. Work that around. Now another thing too is you don't want to get your finger stuck in there. You see there's the needle. It would be nice to have a cover on that, but hey, that's the way it goes. Just be mindful of that. You got to have your hand near it anyway. This gets a little bit more tricky here as you get around the corner. Sometimes you got to move the sheath out just a little bit to get, see, it doesn't line up normally right there, so you just got to budge that over just a little bit. Okay, now we're going to backstitch again on this one. This is the fun part, trying to get around there and not hit the camera. All right, there we go. 1, 2, and I may not hit the camera. 3, all right. That stitch is done. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab a little bit of slack. Okay, so cut the thread off of the machine there, and this is what it looks like on the back after it's done. Now I got a little bit of a, this is what happens, that one little loop after back stitching there. You just pull that thread in, and it gets to be about in the center of that, somewhere in there. Just tighten it up a little bit, and then we'll cut these off and burn them a little bit just to melt them into place there. That's about it. I'll do the other line here, same thing, and then we'll put on the saddle maker's rivets on those spots right there. So anyway, got my coffee there just in case anybody's wondering where that might have gone. Okay, got a lot more coming. Thanks again for watching, everybody. And I know it's been a couple weeks since I had a video up, but I got a whole bunch of new knives coming up here soon, and we'll show what these look like when they're all done too. So there we go. Thanks again for watching, and we'll catch everybody in the next one.